Hi, I'm Hope, and here we are captivating a godly home inside and out through Christ Jesus. I hope you enjoy the channel. Welcome, and I hope you have a blessed day. Hey y'all, so this is the before of our kitchen, and in this video I'm going to share with you how I painted the cabinets, changed the knobs, the drama with my backsplash. I had a lot of drama. The dishwasher install, and how I painted the countertops and used epoxy. So this is the before, and then I was getting ready to clean the cabinets, and I took off some of the knobs here. I used Dawn dish detergent and Awesome Cleaner. So you can purchase, I think, a degreaser, but this Awesome Cleaner was also a degreaser, and I wanted to use it up. And I went over the surfaces several different times, at least 2 or 3 times, especially if it was like a cooking surface where the steam would go up or the food particles would go up when you're cleaning. So just a disclaimer here, if you see my husband, he looks like he's idle, and usually y'all, if you will just refer to my community tab, the last post, and that will explain everything. So usually I decide to do something at the drop of a dime. He lets me be. He pay all these bills. And so when I do need his help, he will help me. He'll move heaven and earth for me. So that's just a disclaimer. And he works a lot, and now he's on a regular schedule, but just disclaimer there. So this was not my favorite part. Well, a lot of it wasn't my favorite part, but you have to make sure that your surfaces are really clean and make sure they are dry. I think I cleaned them again once I took the doors off. I was thinking I could do it with the doors on, but no. And I did let it dry like several hours, maybe like 6 hours. It don't take that long to dry, but just to make sure so the paint will stick. What I would advise you to do, I used a paint that it said that it did not have to need a primer, but you will need a primer. So this is the paint here. I will put it down in the description box. It's really strong, the smell, but it works. And I think I end up doing a total of 7 to 8 coats, y'all, literally. And that's because I had dark cabinets. And yeah, I did probably between 6 to 8 different coats. I did it over time. It took me weeks, and I had class assignments and mom duties to do and different things. And then I had to wait till my husband was off to maybe take down the doors or put them back on. So you'll see that as well. But I did it in increments. This paint dries really, really quick. So you can actually, by the time you do a space, you can go back and add more. But I did wait to let it dry overnight before I added maybe the 4th coat, or after I done did several coats, I will let it dry. But it does dry really quick. I used a small foam rolling brush, and I believe most of my products came from Lowe's. The paint actually came from Amazon, but you can order directly from the website. And they have cabinet rolling brushes, and I had several of them. And usually what I would do is to save it is I'll put a plastic bag over it. But I try to get as much work done, so I didn't have to get like a new brush for that day. So I just took my time, did multiple coats. I let it dry, and I was able to put another coat on. I usually just zoned out. I'll listen to podcasts or YouTube videos that, they were just talking, or I played music, and that's how I got it done, little bit by little bit. And again, I had assignments due, classwork due, and other things to do. So it was challenging, but it was worth it in the end. Okay, so the drawers look like I put several coats on them. And then these are the cabinets, and I believe this is after I cleaned them, y'all. So they had some wear and tear on them. Some of them had like streaks from probably food or something, and yeah. So it needed a refresh. I love my dark cabinets. I still remember when I went to the design center, my husband had to work, and I picked them out. I wanted them just like the model home. But over the years, with wear and tear, that I wanted something different, something lighter and fresh. And who knows, I may paint them again, another color, another day, or get some brand new ones. But I knew that it would be quite pricey to get some new ones, because I still remember the price tag of these. So I'm just going over my cabinets, taking my time. It was a little nerve-wracking. Just made me a little nervous, because I knew once I put that first stroke on the countertops or the cabinets, it was no going back. It was no going back. And it's such a big color difference. So, but they came out. I probably did again like 7 to 8 different coats over the time, over the days, and they just look so much better. So these are my top cabinets. My husband took the doors off for me. They are a lot longer, and this is after several coats of the cabinets. They look better already, and this is probably even more coats, so it looks more coated. So I just kept going until I didn't see any dark, and you can see already that the kitchen is lighter. And my kitchen was like toe up for like months. I think I started in September, almost the end of September, and then everything wasn't done until I think I want to say the beginning of December, because it was a whole situation with the backsplash. So it looks brighter already, even at night with the light off. So my husband is touching up here the areas that I couldn't reach around the crown molding and the corners. I did have like an extender, so that helped a whole lot. I used a paintbrush for the extender. I also used a roller and used the extender. And then I knew I was going to go ahead and paint my table, so that's why you see paint on the table, because my son's, mainly the little one, and it was just the type of table it was too. It warped really easy, and I knew I needed to repaint it. So here I'm just going over. These look like some more of the cabinets from the bottom, and that little skinny cabinet that everybody puts cookie sheets in, and pizza pans, and those flat pans and stuff. These are my last 2 cabinets that I haven't put anything on. So I thought I would record them, because I've been just going to town. I ain't recording nothing. So you see how dark my cabinets are. And they probably need, I did clean them first, y'all. You know I cleaned them a couple of days ago. And I cleaned them with Dawn. And I cleaned them with, I think it was an all-purpose cleaner. Degreaser from Awesome. I wanted to just use Awesome, but I was too lazy, and I wanted to use up that Awesome pink degreaser. It's not a degreaser, it's an all-purpose spray. But I probably can just use Dawn, and I did go back and clean it really well. I wiped it down really well with the Dawn after I sprayed it. I used a degreaser on these. I think I used on all of them, because these are my top cabinets. All my top cabinets, because y'all know when you're cooking, the fumes go up, and especially these cabinets, they are really tall. I don't know if y'all can see. I don't like painting in my dining room, because I did get a little bit of paint, but I was able to get it off my table with my fingernails, scratched it off. I probably end up painting this one day. I don't know if I get a new set or anything. I don't know. It's not a desire right now. Yeah, I don't like painting in here because I have to be really careful. But, and then this is where we've been eating because we ain't had nowhere to eat. Or Side didn't have nowhere to eat. We could eat in the living room, but we'll come in here and eat. And, anyway, y'all. So they so dark. I really needed a primer. This is some good paint. It's thick. Like, this is the Beyond paint. And this is in the white. So Amazon was really nice to this is my second gallon. So you have to mix it really well. And when I ordered the second one, the packaging got lost, y'all. So I was a little, I wasn't upset or nothing, but they were really nice because they actually refunded me, and so I can reorder it. But anyway, the first coat is usually really rough, and it dries really quick. But I just want to go ahead and get started on these last two, and then, yeah. Okay, y'all, so I was a little impatient. I wanted to see what they look like in the knobs. Knowing good and well I wasn't finished, but it looked good already. I could put these on. You can see that the other cabinet was a little off. Just had to fix it for me because it was hanging a little bit. But yeah, it looked good. My cabinets, I had an issue with the screws, and we had to go to Lowe's and try to find a spacer and all the things. So this is our dishwasher. I knew our old one, and I knew that I didn't really cover it up because I knew that we were going to get a new one, and yeah, it's a hot mess. So he was putting this in. All right, y'all. So I did all the talking and didn't show y'all the dishwasher. So I wanted one that had a steel or aluminum inside because it still fell. Yeah, because what happened to the one we had before, they had like the plastic tub, and then I wanted the three shelf one as well, drawer one as well. So he did it has a filter down at the bottom. He was telling me how to clean that out. I don't even know if the other one even did or not. And he had to run it, and then it has the hidden panel here. And yeah, I saw where some people in their kitchens, when they have the gold kitchens, that they have the white panel dishwasher and range and the refrigerator and stuff, but I won't even thinking like that. And this kind of chipped. I wonder was it already chipped, but I'm getting ready to do the countertops anyway. But I know, did I do this over here or did they do it? I can't remember. I want to say Lowe's did it. Or did I do it? No, I did it. I did it. My bad. But I want to get I would like to get a new sink. He said they do sinks too. And I do love my faucet, but I would like to get something different that will maybe match. But I was looking at some white sinks. And because I always wanted a different sink. I didn't necessarily want this sink. I kind of wanted an undermount sink. But it was a certain price because we got the option to go to the design center and pick our stuff. So when I'm talking, y'all, I'm just trying to filter out what I'm saying so it won't seem to come off a certain way. So if it seems like I'm not spitting out my words sometimes the words don't come, but yeah, that's what it is. So I think I'm gonna throw away some things up here. I think that third row up here, and then I want to get rid of that. I can't reach that. I might have to get Jason to do it. I want to get rid of, I got all my stuff on the counter under the sink is under here. So I had to figure out, I organized it, but then it was just, it had it didn't have complete order, but I organized it at one time, but I still got too much stuff up under the sink. So this is a good time to go ahead and do that. I'm folding some clothes while he was here, and I was watching some kitchen organization because I was trying to last week, but I was overwhelmed with just getting the kitchen straight, and I'm about done now. So Lowe's had to, or their contractor had to install this GFCI to bring it up to code for the dishwasher because it's been years since we had the previous one in. And so that was additional cost, which we weren't expecting. And then we had some water damage down here just a little bit. So I was going to install this cover when I put everything back and organize it. Okay, y'all. I finished painting all the cabinets. I do have some touch-ups to do, and I still have that tape down there. I think I need that's why that tape's still down there, because I need to do maybe one coat down there at the bottom, one or two coats. And I'm definitely going to scrub and get the paint off of my stove. It's bigger in person than it is on camera. I don't think I zoomed out. No, I didn't. So I cleared everything off. I haven't seen everything off the counters like this. I told Sai, he probably ain't never seen it like this. I know I haven't since probably we moved in. I may have done it before, but I need to do it more often. Far as like, if I not put a whole lot of decorations in here, but if I like decorate for, for the season, I just need to clean it off. But anyway, I was tired. I organized my spices yesterday, and I'll show that in a video. And I just didn't really feel like messing in the kitchen. I had some assignments to do too today. So Jason helped me put the cabinets back on. I do have like one cabinet doesn't have a knob. So what I'm gonna do is, this is like a fake drawer here. So it pops out and you can put like your sponges or something in it. And I think that's why I don't have Jason really, oh no, that's not tighten. Some of them he tightened really tight. I told him, I said, make sure they straight, because he got them so tight that I can't go back and tighten them. But anyway, I'm gonna take these off and buy just like 2 of them, and they're probably going to be a different design. I don't think it'll throw it off too much, and then use one of these knobs up there. I don't think it will. So I think that's how they had them in the pack. And then they gave me like an extra, but I do have like a lot of cabinets, a lot of doors. But it looks good. I getting ready to do the marble epoxy probably tomorrow after I come home after Josiah's game. And the only thing that I'm worried about is make sure I have enough product, because I do have a lot of countertops. So I was asking Jason, the kit that I have, I was like, do you think it's more than 35 square feet? And he was like, I don't think so, because I also have to do this bar part, and I'm trying to figure out, like, do I do that first, and then probably so, and then do this side of the countertops. You have to clean them first, and then you have to take them down, and then you put your tart paper down and stuff like that. And I'll probably eventually one day get another sink. I was looking at a sink. And of course, I'm gonna get a blind and stuff, but I have to get somebody to get up there. But I have to figure out what I want. I think I want like one of those vertical blind rolling shades. That's what I want. Sorry, y'all, it's 12. It's late. It's like 1:40. I need to go to bed. So anyway, we will watch Highway Goes to Heaven. I think it's Highway to Heaven. I always say it, Highway Goes to Heaven. And I got into that series. But anyway, yeah, and I'll probably switch out I like my faucet, so switch that out later in the sink later. But mainly the Backsplash, and then we can't have nothing on the counter for I think like 2 or 3 days. 2 days or something like that. And then 7 days you can't put nothing heavy. Then you can put something heavy on it. Anyway, just a little nervous about that. But it looks so bright in here. Even when you come in here, it feels brighter. And then I know I need a new light fixture, and then maybe pendant lights, and then a fresh coat of paint. So I'll probably do the paint before all of that, and then take it all the way over here, because on camera it doesn't look too bad, but in person, you can see like the little dots where I had nail holes from before and stuff like that. But anyway, y'all, talk to you later. coat, and I'm working on, I remembered I was in the middle of this, but I'm gonna go back with the brush. And when I do the epoxy on, I'm gonna put my gloves on. But see, that looks so good. Second coat, first coat. That's the reason why I turned on the camera, because I'm terrible at recording my process. Because I just need to get it done, because I got a midterm project to do and another assignment, and I tend to forget. So it took me, y'all, 2 hours to prep, meaning like taping it off and all that stuff. I won't let all my hard work go to waste. And plus, the epoxy, it's gonna drip. It's gonna drip. You know, I don't want my new dishwasher or my stove jacked up. So I had to, and then I can't use my sink. And it's on the pamphlet, it'll tell you like you can't use your sink for like a couple of hours or 24 hours, and then you can't use the dishwasher for 24 or something like that. So this is my little setup. So I wanted to go ahead and paint the table, and I'm glad I did. And it dried really quick. So I moved that out the way, and I had to move the air fryer over here. I'm gonna get rid of this air fryer, but y'all, Ninja is the side by. Cut it down just a tad bit so I won't get copyrighted. Ninja is the best, but I wanted this for aesthetic. Yeah, and I need to throw it away, y'all, because I had it in the air fryer earlier. And yeah, but this works pretty good. But Ninja is the best. It's just not going for my aesthetic. But if it don't, if it don't kick it up a notch, then I'm gonna go back to my Ninja. But we need a new Ninja. But I might see if you can buy replacement parts for the Ninja, like a new basket, because it's really like worn out. You probably can. So anyway, I had to move my little coffee bar over here. And then I needed some extension cords anyway, like really long cords. So I ordered some from Amazon. So I got 2 of those because I couldn't really reach anything back there. So I needed one there, and I needed one on this wall for my coffee maker. And I actually need, I need another one for upstairs in my coffee maker too. Because these cords on these K-rigs, they're not really long. So I had to always put my coffee stuff at the end. I couldn't like spread it up, break it up, like put this here, put my tower or tier tray in the middle. And you know what I mean? I had to keep it all down here near the outlet. So I was trying to clean this table off so that we can come and still eat around the table. And I'm gonna have to figure out something with this bread and stuff. And so I use the bake setting in the air fryer because I can't use my stove right now. And that's just the only thing. All right, y'all. So I did about 3 coats. I still needed just a tad bit more, I have a lot of counter space, and I forgot that I almost kept forgetting about the bar because of course I had to do that too. So what are you playing? Of course I had to do that too. And it looks still a little light right here. And I was thinking, should I take some of my Beyond paint and put it right there? But I don't want to mess it up because it might be a different color. Because this looks more person. Well, you know what? It could be the fluorescent light shining off of it because it gives it like a yellow look. But on camera, it looks a little bluish tone. I'm tired of it. Bluish tone. But anyway, it looks so much better already, and I haven't even did the veining. I'm debating if I'm gonna come back down here and do the vein. It's about dry. I might take a shower and come back down here and do it, but I don't know. I'll see. The hardest part for me was, I need to get the sponge brush, was this part right here, because you had to get the roller. You couldn't really roll it a good length without it either going up or going down in the groove. The foam roller gives it a different consistency when you're using the foam brush, and then you have to go back with the roller to smooth it out. So it's kind of streaky Yeah. And then sometimes it dripped and then you could see it. So hopefully that epoxy will smooth it out. You have to be careful because like I was doing things. Yeah, for some reason my camera's picking up like a blue tint. I probably need to use my real camera. It looks bluish in here, but it's not. It's like a warm, like a light warm color too, because it's nighttime. I think it's that light that's shining off of it as well, because it doesn't look like that in person. But anyway, y'all, so it looks so much better already. Wait till that backsplash is on. And I was looking at a rolling shade here, but I really would like to have automatic shade there and one over here that goes up and down, because I have to have my sunlight. All right, y'all. And I like this little setup, so they can come over here, they can make some lunches, can plug in and make his protein shake. I may have to move this, but somehow coffee and stuff like that, I'll fix it and put it over there. Hey y'all, so I have been redoing our kitchen and I wanted to go ahead and get started with the countertops, and I was a little nervous and anxious to do this, but I got it done and it came out great. So I'm wiping off the surfaces with Dawn Power Wash and some hot water. And then here, everything is dry, and I made sure I got every surface, every corner, and also my bar top. I am prepping all my surfaces here with duct tape or your blue tape, and you want to make sure you tape off everything that you don't want to get epoxy on or paint. Also, you're going to have to tape off your sink, and in some cases you may have to remove your sink, but also your stove, just to make sure that you just don't get any paint or epoxy, because I tell you that epoxy is something else. So I'm just taping that here, and then I'm using the Gianni marble kit, and I'm going to start with my primer, and it's just a white paint, and I did do about 2 or 3 surface coats. I'm sorry, I think I did 3 coats. And you're just going to cover your countertops. I barely had enough because I have a lot of countertops. So make sure you measure your surfaces to make sure that you have enough. Okay, here is the primer on the countertops, and it's all dry. And I also had to tape off and drape, use the plastic tart paper to cover my cabinets as well. So you want to make sure you cover everything, your dishwasher, your cabinets. And then I had a bar top, so I had to make sure I did that surface first when I did my epoxy. So now I'm going in with the gray paint, and I'm using a spray bottle, the gray paint, this little artist brush, and then also this bristle brush to blot out and create my veins in my countertops. So once I did that and it dried really quick, I went back with this highlighter, and I like this a lot with this sponge because it made the lines not so bold. It kind of dimmed or made them a little bit mute a little bit. So I really like that technique with the sponge. And then I mixed the epoxy activator with the epoxy, and you have to work really quickly, so I didn't get to record, but here you see where my paper tarp plastic is covering my countertop, and that's because I worked my bar area first, waited till it stopped dripping, and then I did my other surfaces. So you get 3 of those cans and the countertop to work with. And the countertops came out really, really good. Tomorrow will be 7 days. So I will finally be able to put some things back on the counter. I think after 48 hours, you can put light things on the counter. But I love how they came out, and you should try it for yourself. So this is what the countertops look like. And this is a little dry mat over here. And there are a few streaks that you'll see in a minute, but that's from me wiping with the dish rag right here. So it came out really well. There were a few thin spots that I had. And this day, 2 people were supposed to show up for me. I don't quite remember. I know put up my blinds, my light fixture, and so I was really disappointed in Jason put my blind up for me. And here are some of the Backsplash samples or pieces that I was looking at in the store. And I really had my heart set on this herringbone with the really tiny, this one's pretty too, but the really tiny tiles, but this didn't work out. It was really expensive, and we went and purchased it and everything, or they delivered it for us, but it didn't work out. Okay guys, so I'm gonna fast forward because at the end when I show the kitchen with the backsplash, I kind of explain everything, but I know I picked up the camera at least 2 or 3 different times and was talking about the whole saga, what happened with the backsplash. And so it was a time period from November the 20th, the very first time they were supposed to install this tile here, and it wouldn't work because it's small and that it will break. I had a lot of little outlets they had to cut around, so this is more of an accent tile and not a main tile. So you'll hear me talk about that. And then they were scheduled with the same company, the third party with Lowe's, but I wanted a different person to come back because he was a little rude and I just wanted someone different. And the other guys were going to come December the 5th. So as this time period, they still was going to work with this tile, but they didn't know till they got there, and they told me the very same thing that he told me, but it was some other things that happened that he was a little rude as well. So Jason and I had to go back to Lowe's and pick out something else. So originally I wanted just regular white subway tile for many years on the back of for the backsplash, and because of my inconvenience, and I'm sure we probably paid a little bit more because we were going to originally get this tile, they went ahead and did the herringbone subway design for me without any hassle. They also did the trim around my window and took the other trim that was up under my long countertop, you'll see, they took that off too. So I didn't get the backsplash until December 18th. So that was November before Thanksgiving, November 20th, December the 5th, and then they had to come back again December the 18th. So that's probably why it took me so long to edit this video, because my footage was spanned out all over the place. And then, you know, when you finally get something done, you just you're just over it. And this was a huge project for me that I ever done in the house, but I'm so glad I did it. I'm so grateful. So if you hear me frustrated at the end, it was just explaining, and it was what it was. I really was frustrated, and it was a lot of work. So the Lord did teach me in this time period that I'm going to have to be patient and learn how to have patience too with contractors. That is what it is. Hopefully I will pray and ask the Lord to send me great contractors when I become an interior designer. And that's just this was firsthand experience. So I kind of didn't want to repeat myself there. And yeah, so I just did a voiceover here to explain everything in a nutshell. But you'll hear me at the end. But that was, I guess this is my words of hope, that I had to have patience. One time I did wanted to get really upset, but I couldn't. It was like the Holy Spirit wouldn't let me get upset, because, and it was almost in your feelings, your emotions are your emotions, but you're not supposed to let anger overtake you. And Jason, my husband, has taught me, and the reason why I say that is because sometimes as an African American and as a woman, you really feel both of those. You feel overlooked sometimes, and I had to learn in Christ that let the Lord fight my battles, and even if I feel like I'm overlooked at the moment, I'm gonna let him fight it for me, and don't worry about it. And that took some time to realize. And then also before all this, my husband will say, well, hope you'll get more with honey than salt. And he's absolutely right. Just with kindness. So, or just try to be nice with kindness. So that was my words of hope. Just have patience when you have contractors. Be nice, and people will go out their way, because a lot of times they'll see that they were in the wrong. They know they were in the wrong, and they'll go above and beyond for you. So that's it. All right, y'all. Kind of my kitchen process, I recorded like snippets, but I didn't really record, I don't think. And then I show y'all like maybe in between I was doing something like a haul or something. Lowe's, they finally came back. Actually, they contract out to another company. There was a whole situation with my tile. I picked out an accent tile, didn't realize that. So that was a lesson learned, especially as being an interior design student. I should have known better, but I didn't know. I just saw that beautiful tile. I'll make sure I put it up on the screen, and it was expensive. It was like $15.94 square foot. Hubby was so nice. I saved up some money had some money to the side for it. And then when she told me to quote, it blew me away. And then he wrote on a piece of paper, like, I hope I give you this because you worked so hard in the kitchen. All our stuff is together, but like extra stuff, if you've been on the channel, I try to have it myself, but my husband help, of course, yeah, all of our stuff is together. I don't want to go into that, but anyway, I just wanted to do it on my own, and so he gave it to me. And so anyway, y'all, it was a lot, because that was some beautiful towel. So come to find out, make a long story short, the first guy was really unprofessional. He was already talking about how long it was taking. Lowe's also, I did it online. Don't ever do anything online. Buy appliances online. I did a dishwasher like that one time, not this one. And then it was a big mess because it wasn't at my local store. So I learned not to buy appliances don't do nothing online. So I did the estimate, started the estimate online, all that different stuff, y'all. And so they ordered all the materials for me, and that took about 3 weeks. And see what happened. And then when he came, it was the contractor that came. They didn't have all the materials. They didn't have the adhesive, the mortar. They didn't have the adhesive. They didn't have the something else. Also, it was a big issue with him. He was just pointing out different things, and I was like, wait a minute, that I didn't have in our house with D.R. Horton. It was extra to get a lot of things. So I don't have window sills. I think they said it was like $100 for each window. So that was gonna make it look odd with the towel coming towards the end. So the next so anyway, y'all, make a long story short, I sent him home. Y'all, it's okay a contractor use my bathroom, but not and not it was just like stuff like piled on top of stuff. He was worried about how far he traveled, and it was getting late, and it wasn't that late. It wasn't even, it was like maybe 10 something, but it was Lowe's online fault for not sending all the materials. And you know, the guy in the store, my local store, he was so good. He was, you know, he made some phone calls. He got the other adhesive for me for free, more than enough. Well, anyway, y'all, so when the second group when they came the second time, the guys said that they were going to try to come back to me the next day. And unfortunately, they weren't able to. Jason and I went out and got the white towel. This is originally what I wanted, the white Subway towel, and I just wanted the herringbone. I didn't want the regular Subway. That was just something I just wanted after I seen it, you know, several different places. They were so nice when they came that first time. They told me that they'll make me a window. Now, the first guy was saying it'll look better if I have a window, but he wasn't willing to do a window, if that makes sense. Give me the trim around the window. He also was saying, if you remember, y'all should remember all the hauls I did over here, is that I had like a trim here, and D.R. Horton put that trim there. I don't know why. Maybe because I didn't put Backsplash on here when I first got it to make it look more fancy or whatever. And so they took it off. The first guy was suggesting for me to take it off, but he wasn't willing to take it off. And they said they would do that for me. So yeah, I want to say something, but I'm gonna leave it at that because it's something I'm supposed to keep to myself. But they were so nice. So I got the plates off of Amazon. I already had those. They were just sitting over there waiting to be put on. I think they accidentally scratched my countertop, but they were so good because that's my old countertop. At first I was trying to figure out, what is this? Some of this is, I could get it off with my nail. So I get that off. I had to wait till it dry, and I didn't want to mess over here too much. So I'm gonna fix that, and I'll probably just paint over that. Probably when they pull that piece off, it scratched it somehow. But they did such a fantastic job. It was 3 guys. The older man, he's teaching his son, apprentice, like he knows so much. That older man, he knows his stuff. He knows his stuff. He put that trim. I watched him how he put that around the window. Now he said I have to go to Lowe's, and I have to get the putty and stuff, and I'll just wait till when Jason, we take the towel back and I get it, and then I have to prime it after I get the putty stuff, sand it and prime it, and then paint it. No, I don't have to prime it, just paint it. So yeah, I like how it came out. It looks so good. I think eventually I'm going to get the sink and the faucet, but it's not a biggie right now. As well, I already got a light fixture, and something about D.R. Horton, the handy guy that comes, he mentioned something about D.R. Horton did the cheapest way they could with the light fixture. It needs a bracket and it needs something else. So I actually need an electrician up to code. The guys that came with the towel said that they can do it, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to go with an electrician or just let them do it too. I know it'd be a lot cheaper if they do it. I didn't want it to just be sitting in the box because we got a ceiling fan just sitting in the box, but now we kind of found some handy people or people that can, you know, help us to get different things up. Then I think I'm gonna get that box out of the ceiling fan out of the box, and they're gonna do that eventually, or John's gonna end up doing it. And then I'm gonna get that light fixture up because I got it off Amazon. I put it in my storefront. It was pricey, and I don't want it just to be sitting in the box. So I was a little disappointed in that. He was supposed to do that. And then the day I was bummed, he was sick. And it was like one thing after another, y'all. So he was sick, and he was supposed to do the light fixture. He was supposed to put my shade up, but Jason put it up for me because I was a little bummed. And then he did put up, let me see if I can show y'all without showing the living room because I got a bunch of clothes in here. He did put my curtains up, and I have a new rod. I think I got him from Wayfair. And he took them not all the way up, but just about all the way up, because I probably would get other guys that did the towel. I get them to get me some crown molding at the top. So John was looking out for me. He said, Hope, do you want me to leave some space so you can get some crown molding? And I was like, yeah. So I definitely need a light fixture in here. And to me, y'all, this is my favorite tree out of all of them. I have to take another picture, but this is my favorite tree out of all the years. Yeah. Okay, y'all. So 1 year later, my review of my countertops and my cabinets. So with the epoxy DIY kit, you have to be with these countertops, you have to be very careful. You want to make sure you use trivets when it's something hot or warm. I be sure to do that. You don't want to place anything red or anything that may have color on it. You always want to use spoon rest, so you have to be careful. They do in the pamphlet, I can't recall right now, I think magic erasers, but you have to be careful with the finish. It can make it a little rough, but it just depends on how bad the stain is. I have had some stains to suddenly disappear. This one right here will not come up for anything. I have no idea. Somebody in my family did this. It's near my sink, and you can see it's near my dishwasher. I have no idea what this is. I tried putting bleach on it. I tried, let's see, soft scrub with bleach or peroxide. I also tried the magic eraser, and but don't do those. Follow the directions. Only did that when it was real stubborn stains. Some stains have magically just disappeared, thank the Lord. Like right after the holidays, I had some stains and I was like, oh no, but they went away. But this one will not go away. It's been here for probably several months now. And yeah, and you can't control what your family does 24/7. That red Gatorade that Josiah loves, he had like some bottles and it was like dripping, and I was able to get it up real quick, but y'all know red stuff stains. I think the only way to solve it if it doesn't come up is to do it again. My husband said maybe one day I'll get real granite, so we'll see. And here in this corner, it always was an issue. See the where both countertops meet, I think that's just where the glue is, because I had an issue with that originally from my original countertops. Here is our silverware drawer. It's a lot of wear and tear. It also looks like it needs to be wiped too, but this is just real life. We go in this drawer a lot. I do have more paint, so I can go in there. Hopefully I can stir it up real good and clean it off and put a fresh coat of paint on my touch-up areas of my cabinets. But this is our silverware drawer. We go in this drawer a lot. So this was the first one that started to look bad. This is another drawer. This is the very end in my middle drawer, and we go in these drawers a lot too. So just make sure you prime, guys. Prime. The guy that did my tile, that also did my windowsill, he was very experienced. And I had an issue near my microwave where the painter's tape just completely ripped it off. And it probably was maybe not cleaning that area really well. And then also he was like, you should have primed, you should have primed. And I was like, but it told me I didn't have to prime. So yeah, be sure you prime, especially if you have dark cabinets. But I love the look of them. I will touch these up. And lastly, y'all, we got a light fixture, and we had to get a light fixture because our fluorescent ballast went out, and we was like, okay, so this is a great time to get rid of that fluorescent lighting, get some daylight in here. And this was the light fixture that should have went up a while ago, but I had to get an electrician, and then they have to, y'all know, they have to analyze it, and then they charge a fee to do that analysis and all that stuff. So anyway, we got it up here, and maybe one day we will do the floors. We definitely need new flooring and put some paint on the walls and stuff like that. I loved my kitchen both ways. I love that it's brighter now. Would I do it all over again? Yes. And it was a lot of work, yes, but it was worth it. And I'm so thankful. So thanks so much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you guys in the very next video. Bye bye.